Hi friends, it's Julia. I'm here to share my Out with the Old for my March 2018 Counterfeit Kit Challenge Kit. And the kit was originally based on Jill Sprout Stash Busting Challenge series. If you go to the Counterfeit Challenge blog and go into their archives and look for the March 2018 Counterfeit Kit Challenge, you'll find the inspiration kit link there. But anyway, I had started with a paper packet called Hopscotch out of the Close to My Heart catalog, and I had added in lots of scrap paper, and it had some cardstock with it. With that pattern paper, I had added in tons of scraps. This piece was from the original kit. This piece was from the original kit. These couple of pieces were from, oh, not that one. This one was from the original kit. That one. You know, I don't have a lot left from what was with the original kit. I have a little, and then I have some scraps left that I had added in. These are all the cardstock scraps that I have left, as well as I have a little green left, and I had added a ton of scraps in to create layouts and cards with. And I did not make any cards with this kit, but I made, oh, I don't remember how many layouts. Not that many, like 10 layouts. Enough that I'm okay with destashing my kit and putting it back into my stash. And then I have all of those neutral colors here. If I can get them all gathered up. And as far as pattern papers go, some of these will go back into my stash, into my scrap bin. Others of them will go right into the trash. Along with the original kit, I had added in a lot of embellishments. I had added in a lot of freckled fawn and a lot of just random embellishments too out of my stash. This is a roll of twine that I added in cream and gold, and I used it multiple times, and you know, I just didn't use it all up, but this is what I have left. It'll go right back into my stash. I have these acetate shapes, and I only have 3 left in here. I used a boatload of them. These doily shapes, I did use them several times, and there's half of one even. These bling dots, I used several of those. I did not use these acrylic pieces at all. So those will go back into my stash, and at some point I'll get them used up. These are enamel dots, and I think I'm pretty sure they're freckled fawn. I use those. I use these. These are Gemstones Paper Studio. Use those a couple of times. Use these as well. These are from Freckled Fawn. I used these a couple of times. I used quite a few of these gemstones from Paper Studio. They're the ivory iridescent chevrons. I had added these acrylic hearts, and I used multiple of these. I had this flare, and it was just too yellow to match any of the paper that I had in the kit, so it'll go back into my stash. I had added in this green twine, and I did use that, but I still have a little bit left, and I really like it, so it's going back into my stash to be used on another project. I did have leftover washi tape. I had added in these 4 rolls, and you can see they've got quite a bit on them, so I don't think I'll be using them up anytime soon, but I got good use out of them. I had these label stickers, or just stickers in general, and I used 2 labels from them. These crinkle paper stickers, and I used 1, 2, 3, 4. These are left over from the initial kit, the original kit, the Hopscotch line, and I used 1 full sheet with the exception of these 2 arrows, and I just put them on this carrier sheet because all the colors match. I have 2 alphas, this black with gold dot called Midnight by American Crafts, and I used the heck out of this one, and I used a little bit out of this one as well. I have this Lush alphabet. I think I used it, maybe I didn't. I can't remember, but I think I used it once. I know I pulled out multiple titles from it, but then I didn't have the right letters. And this same Lush alphabet, it's flocked. I had one set in here. There was 2 sets in the other, and I don't think I used this one at all. These flare that came with the original kit, I did use one. So those will go into stash. I have these pink wood grain teeny alphas from Glitz. And I think those letters just came off of the carrier sheet. But there's actually 2 sets in there. And I didn't use it at all. I have this alpha from Freckled Fawn. And I think I used it once. These from Jenny Bolin, I don't think I used at all. These washi tape strips from Freckled Fawn, I did use both sets. I did use at least a couple of pieces off both. There were 2 sets in here. There's 2 sheets of this and 2 sheets of this. These chipboard shapes, I did use 4 of them. These chipboard phrases, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 out of all of those out of 21. There's more than 21 pieces in there. A lot more than 21. These label stickers, I think I had used half of this one and half of this one previous to the kit, and maybe that one, and I think I just used that half, and then the arrow here. This alpha, I think I used once. This alpha I used once or twice. And then I had these other little alphas. These are from Snap Studio, Simple Stories, and I used each of those I think once. I think I used this alpha once, also Snap. This is Willie B Designs. I did not use that. And I think I used this set once or twice, and I did not use those. I had added in stamps. I have 4 sets, and I did use, I did not use this set. I did use this set. I did use this set, and I did not use this set. And what I did was I went through and I punched or stamped a bunch of images, and then used the dies that came with and cut out some, and then fussy cut others. No, I didn't fussy cut. These were all I had the dies for. But you can see here, I have all of these. These will go into my stash, and I'm okay with not using up all of them. At some point, I'll get them used up. And then I had added in a couple of these cards from Freckled Fawn, and I actually had like 3 or 4 or 5 I think, and I have 2 solid ones and then a piece of one left. And so I think that's what I used up out of this kit. And at the last minute, I was going on a retreat, and so at the last minute I added in some additional embellishments, and they were these Cheeky Studio die cuts. And so I added those in and used quite a few of them, but the package is huge and there's a ton in there, so I'll get some more use out of those for sure. Alright, the packaging that I have left over is of course the plastic baggie that the paper came in, and then these empty packages. All of this will go directly into the trash. I did empty up a lot of partial packages of embellishments, and like I said, that whole sticker sheet there. So that all goes in the trash. Now for the layouts that I created. And there's a couple of them in here that don't have any photos, and that's because I had ordered the photos to be printed at Walmart, and when I went to pick them up, they told me their machine was down and was not working, and so I did not take the photos before I left for retreat. So yeah, I still have to see if they ever got done, pick those up, and then add them to the layouts. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 pages. So alright, let me show you each one of these. So this first one is one that does not have the photo, and it's a 5x7 of a couple of my friends that I'm going to add that photo on. It's a 5x7. I had it printed out as 5x7. I used scraps of paper, or I cut down pieces of paper to actually create this, and these couple of pieces here are scraps. Yeah, this piece of paper was not with the original kit, and I just added it in just to add a little bit of variety to the kit. You can see I used alpha stickers, 3 different fonts. I used flare, acrylic pieces, acetate pieces, enamel dots, wood veneer, these chevron iridescent pieces, an arrow, washi tape. I used a little bit of everything on this. Stickers, yeah. And I popped up these stickers. These were a border strip that came on one of the pattern papers. I cut it off and then I cut it up and used it here. Again, this one is a layout that I created. I just took the pattern paper, cut it down to create this, used a border sticker, this piece of paper, this darker orange along the back here, and then the blue behind the photos I think were added in. Used stickers from the kit here, enamel dots, an acrylic piece, one of those washi tape strips down here. I used some scrap papers to create these chevron pieces, a gold arrow, and you can see I used the twine. I also had added in a blue twine, and I used the last little bit in this kit of that one too. Stickers added in there. Yeah, called that one good. This one is a 2-pager. And this one was the one that truly inspired me to pull out the floral pieces from Cheeky Studios. And that's because of the quote that I pulled into. It says, the butterfly is a flying flower. The flower is a tethered butterfly. And so I wanted to have flowers on the layout. And so what I did was I, pulled out that embellishment pack and just put some flowers around. Used 1, 2, 3, 4 different fonts to create this title. A journal spot down here, or a 3x4 card that I cut in half to do my journaling on. Used chipboard pieces. There's stickers here, another sticker here, and I think I had an enamel dot on there. Oh, I don't know where it went. It popped off, I guess. A label sticker here, chipboard pieces here. I used the chevron pieces that are the tag dot, or I cut these out in tag shapes along the top and bottom here and glued them down, and then I did some hand stitching on this layout with just plain black twine. And that butterfly is one that I had added into the kit, and I just, to mimic, there was black and a little cream inside the butterfly there. In the orange butterfly, I just added some scrap black and cream pieces behind there to mimic that. This is another one from a friend layout that will go side by side with my other layout that I created that doesn't have photos. I just have to get the photos printed for this. And you can see I used bling, I used enamel, or bling dots, I used these enamel star shapes, the sticker star shapes, twine, this large sticker, lots of scraps back here, and chipboard pieces, and that crinkled paper to create this layout. This layout, again, this is a piece of paper here that I added into my kit, as was the black piece from the other one. This diamond pattern here, or almost argyle. Well, maybe not argyle, maybe a diamond pattern. I added that in, and I used scraps to make the banner shapes up here, scraps here, added wood veneer, added some arrows, put this, that diamond dog is the title, and I used that Thickers Alpha to create it, and then layered up washi tape and enamel dots on the top and the bottom. This one is a 2-pager, and so you can see here I used a full sheet of that I cut it 6 by 12 of this pattern paper that came with the kit and put it here, and that's really the only pattern paper I used. These are stickers. That's a sticker there. These acetate pieces, I stamped the butterflies and cut those out. Another of the stickers here that I did my journaling on. I used chipboard phrases and bling to create, and washi tape to create this layout. This one Again, lots of scraps on this. I did stamp out these images and cut them out. Wood veneer, enamel shapes. I used 1, 2, 3. Oh, I didn't think I used that alpha at all, but I guess I did. 1, 2, 3 different fonts on this one. That was a piece of border strip here and here that I just trimmed down and used there. This chipboard shape here with the red, and then some stickers that I popped up here. And then that's just a piece of washi tape to go across the center. And then finally this one, this was the only solid sheet of paper that I had left, and I had this shape that I had added in, so I used some scraps here and just layered this up, used some of the floral shapes, used some twine, wood veneer. I did use the flocked alpha, but for the numbers, and then this alpha, the smaller alpha for the title, and then those chevron shapes and some bling. So that's it. Those are the layouts that I created, and there's 10 of them. So I created these 10 layouts with that kit, and I'm going to unkit it. I hope I inspired you to get into your stash and build a kit and create something with it. I've had a great time creating with this kit while I was at a retreat this last weekend. So I hope it inspired you. If it did, please flip me a thumbs up and subscribe, and I will see you on the next video. Bye, guys.